Okay, we're recording to the cloud. I'm now going to share the screen and we're going to talk about the 21-22 concert season. So, as it says, this is a proposed season calendar updated today, May 25th, 2021. Concert dates in blue are relatively firm. And on the sheet that you get from Eileen, you will see that the shading is just a little bit stronger than this. But we're in a place right now where many of the places that we would regularly have commitments from in terms of our facilities, they're not willing to commit at this point, nor are they willing to even take reservations. And so there are a bunch of question marks that remain. And I'm sorry for that, but there isn't anything we can do about it at this time. Lots of changes are still possible to this calendar. It is a tenuous time. Don't be surprised if something that is on this document is changed the next time you see it. Okay? We'll alert you to those changes and let you know what those are. But it's impossible to have anything finalized truly at this point. Hopefully within the next couple of months. So we have new singer auditions on Tuesday, August 10th and Sunday, August 15th. And we will be accepting and auditioning new singers. And more than ever now, it is important for you to recruit new singers and refer them to Eileen Hostetter, who is our membership chair. She will set it all up and make that happen. So do indeed dive into the recruiting. And then our first concert, Concert 1, will be called And Heaven and Nature Sing. This is not a Christmas concert. It will be a concert about the outdoors, sung in an outdoor location. We're still working on that. Our rehearsals will start earlier than we normally would, earlier in the month of August, and earlier in the evening. We're going to rehearse from 6 to 8 to maximize our daylight. And if that's something that is complicated for you in terms of getting to rehearsal from your work, if you will just please tell us that, then we'll be able to deal with that situation appropriately. If you're regularly late and you don't tell all of the appropriate people, then folks will be upset because we don't read minds, right? So make sure that you communicate. And then we'll have a concert or concerts on Saturday, October 9th in the afternoon at outdoor locations. And if you have some ideas of outdoor locations, assume that maybe we haven't thought of your idea, send me an email and we'd be happy to hear from you. And then I have in here just this little aside about the Dickens Carolers of the Larimer Chorale. The Dickens Carolers will have at least 2 events for the full group this year, the first of which is the actual Dickens dinner that Heather referred to. That'll be on December 4th, which is a Saturday at the Fort Collins Country Club. And then on Monday, December 20th, the Carolers will perform in concert at the Lincoln Center. And that concert will be for a live audience, but it will also be live streamed for a cost. So these are not part of the chorale's regular season. Auditions for the Carolers will be held in early fall, and all of that will happen through Gene Johnson. Okay, then. Our normal Carols by Candlelight concert is being changed in format just for this year, and we're calling it a holiday spectacular. The location has changed. It will be at First Presbyterian Church as opposed to First United Methodist Church. And because of the smaller size of that sanctuary, we have to schedule 3 concerts. They will be shorter in length. In all likelihood, the Dickens Carolers will not be on the actual concert. But this is what the schedule looks like. I know it's a little unusual. Monday night dress rehearsal on December 13th. Tuesday night, dress rehearsal on December 14th. And then you are off Wednesday and Thursday. Then we have a Friday night concert at 7:30, a Saturday afternoon concert at 2 o'clock, and then a Saturday night concert at 7:30. And like I say, the length of that concert will be shortened somewhat so that physically it's possible for you. And not only will we have our regular organ and brass for that concert, but we'll have a rhythm section and we'll have a Baroque chamber orchestra, so that the first part of the concert will be the Christmas portion of Handel's Messiah. And then the concert will finish with Handel's Soulful Messiah with rhythm section in the gospel style, plus all sorts of great organ and brass music in between, and wonderful choral pieces in between that too. And so, because this is shaded in blue, we have a pretty solid commitment from First Presbyterian Church about these dates. That doesn't mean that something couldn't change, but we do have a fairly solid commitment from them. So I think that's one that you can put in your calendars, and hopefully nothing will happen to it. Okay. And then as we get our feet underneath us and we start regaining our full power as a chorus, our third concert of the year will be the monumental Missa Solemnis, the Mass in D by Beethoven. This is one of the most difficult, complicated, and exhausting pieces in all of the choral repertoire. And we have received a substantial private donation to make this concert happen. And because it is so difficult from a stamina standpoint, we're doing the dress rehearsal and the concerts in a staggered way. So we have a Saturday morning dress rehearsal. We have a Tuesday evening dress rehearsal. Then we have a Thursday evening concert, and then a Saturday evening concert. It is our hope that this will be at First United Methodist Church. And one of the limiting factors in doing a concert at First United Methodist Church is that they will no longer allow us to do Saturday evening concerts. Not just us, but any group. So by doing a 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon concert, we in essence have to be leaving the building by 5 o'clock. So for right now, that is the situation there. So the Missa Solemnis will be just an incredible concert experience for you all. It has been a long, long, long time since the choir has done it. And it is one of the most important choral works in all of the repertory, spanning the Middle Ages to the current day. And it will require tremendous work on our part, but we will benefit in a really tremendous way as well. I do have Poudre School District and CSU Spring Break in here, March 14th or 18th. We'll continue to rehearse through spring break, but if you want to have that as one of your days off, then that's your prerogative. And then our fourth concert of the year, because next year is our 45th anniversary season, will be called Jubilant Songs, LC at 45. And this will be a concert that will feature lots of music for 2 grand pianos, choir and 2 grand pianos. And because the only place that has 2 grand pianos that are in good shape is CSU Griffin Concert Hall, that's where the concert will be. You'll notice this is shaded in blue. And so this is a fairly firm commitment from CSU for these dates. And that doesn't mean that something couldn't happen, but again, it's a fairly firm commitment. What else will be on this program? I mean, in addition to, well, I haven't really told you anything. I think the Petite Messe Solennelle by Rossini, which was originally written for 2 pianos and a harmonium, will be on this program. Our commission piece by young East Coast composer John Conahan will be composed for choir and 2 pianos. John Conahan is a former student of mine, and we've been in discussions about texts about how wonderful it is to sing together, jubilant singing, rejoicing and singing. That will be on the program. Perhaps Lucas Foss psalms, some spirituals, celebratory music. And it's going to make for a fantastic end of the season. There will be some sort of chorale party to follow that concert, either a reception at the Griffin out in the lobby with a champagne and sparkling beverage toast, and perhaps some sort of schmecken, or we may go to another site for a chorale at 45 party, and we'll totally celebrate our 45th year. And as we look at the following season, 22-23, that's where our Queen concert will resurface. And I'm altering our schedule. It's looking like it's going to be a Brahms Requiem on that season, and maybe my favorite piece, William Walton's Belshazzar's Feast. I get shivers just thinking about it. Holy crap. To sing Brahms Requiem, Ein Deutsches Requiem, Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, and William Walton's Belshazzar's Feast all in one season. There isn't a choir in Colorado that gets to sing such great repertoire, all in the same year. Yes, Sarah Wood, all in the same year. Holy crap, I'm very excited. But before that, Beethoven Missa Solemnis, Handel's Messiah and Handel's Soulful Messiah. And our singing as a choir outdoors, about the outdoors, will be very, very cool to start our season. We haven't abandoned hope for performing Anneliese. We're just trying to find the right place to put it. It may end up happening as a summer festival a year from now, where we just pick a week and we have 5 or 6 rehearsals in a row, and then we put Anneliese together. So no, we haven't forgotten about Anneliese. We're just waiting for the right thing to do. Good questions. Any other questions about this calendar? You've all got one in your email. Do note the date on it, May 25th, because every subsequent version of this calendar will have an updated date on it, and then I want you to throw this one away so there isn't any confusion. Okay? I'm going to stop the screen share then. Hold on. Can we look forward to any more a cappella singing opportunities next year? Yes, our LC at 45 concert will have a cappella pieces on it as well, as will Christmas. The Beethoven concert will not. And our first concert, Concert 1 in Heaven and Nature Sing, will be a bunch of a cappella singing. So yes, there will be quite a bit. There we go. I'm thrilled we've got about 55 of you in this meeting tonight. I am going to be reaching out to you individually after this about your commitment to the chorale for the coming season, because we want to make sure that that we have all of the pieces in place. We've got a question. Can we look forward to any more? That's not it. I got to scroll down. There we go. Are we looking, this is from Tamara Burnside. Are we looking at singing without masks? We don't have an answer for you yet. Heather and I will both be attending the Chorus America annual conference on June 16th, 17th, and 18th. The third day of that conference is the day on the pandemic, on vaccines, and it will have the nation's leading experts that deal with musicians and are musicians themselves giving presentations on the best way to move forward. And so after that is done, then we'll be making a presentation to the board, and then the board will have some answers for you by late June or very beginning of July. Okay. As you know, we have re-auditions for returning singers. The choir is divided into 3, and so you re-audition every 3 years. The entire re-audition list, that can has been kicked down the street 2 years. And so those who were to re-audition, back in 2000, whenever that was, will re-audition in 2022. I guess it would have been in the year 2020. Those folks will re-audition in 2022, and so on. Eileen will send out that updated re-audition list so that you have a sense of that. But so we've gone 2 years without re-auditioning. Okay. Matt and Megan Lucas ask, can we continue Zoom rehearsals as a form of attendance for people who are sick, etc.? Yes. In fact, we've made this commitment at a board level to be live streaming rehearsal every week. And so that if someone is sick in any way, that they report sick and they can watch the rehearsal on Facebook Live or recorded after all. So there will be no excuses for not knowing what goes on in a rehearsal because you've missed for whatever reason. But we all know that you can't replace a rehearsal by watching it on a screen. So it's just to keep you informed, and then you've got to be up to date when you come back the following week. But yes, we plan on doing that regularly for every rehearsal. Good question. Other questions, folks? I may remember this moment because you'll never, ever be this quiet again, right?
Nobody has a question again for Mike? Oh, you're cute, Sarah.
Right.
That's a good one. Okay. Oh, there is one thing. Has asked, well, we don't even worry about plan B. Mike has come up with a plan B if something happens that we can't fulfill, complete our plan A that we want, but it looks like we're not going to have to worry about a plan B.
Fingers crossed. We want things to continue to move in the direction that they're moving. And I suspect in 2 months, 2.5 months, when it comes time for us to be singing together, that we'll be able to do so. And I think we'll be able to allow folks to feel safe as well. So I'm cautiously optimistic.
Mary, are you waving to ask a question?
Sorry, I'll just ask it. I was trying to type it, but my means I'm typing like that. Are vaccines going to be a requirement for singers in any capacity?
After we get done with the Chorus America conference on June 18th, we'll report back with all of the latest information on vaccines, legalities, etc. We'll report to the board, and then the board will make a decision.
So I just have to add about Belshazzar's Feast. My husband's a music guy, and that's like his favorite piece ever. but whenever he is displeased with me during the course of our 30+ year marriage, he claims he doesn't do it on purpose, but all of a sudden I'm hearing the part from Belshazzar's feast about the red writing on the wall that says, "Thou art weighed in the balance and found wanting." So that's when I know I've pissed him off. Anyway, it'll be fun to do. So.
Well, Belshazzar needs to learn not to mock. And that's what he does. Belshazzar mocks. And the heaviest of heavy tolls is weighed on him. If you don't know that piece, get it on your MP3 right away. I dare you to tap along with it, because the time signature changes every 3 measures or so. The Robert Shaw Atlanta Symphony recording is outstanding. Belshazzar's Feast. What else is on that recording? Bernstein Chichester Psalms and the Bernstein Missa Brevis is on that recording. So, oh man, that's going to be so exciting. But I'm so excited about Beethoven Missa Solemnis. I'm so excited about Christmas. I'm excited about, Alice is excited about music for choir and 2 grand pianos. How cool is that? I'm excited for our commission. I'm excited to hear you sing unaccompanied, to sing some hearty spirituals. I'm excited about it all. So, and I hope that you are too. Spread the word. Dave, question?
Do you have any changes or updates on the summer touring a year from this summer?
Right. So you all received an itinerary for a June 2022 choir tour that isn't a chorale tour. That's just an ad hoc choir that I put together in 2017 for the 500th anniversary of the Reformation. And we decided to put one together for this summer because the very famous Passion play in Oberammergau, which was supposed to be performed in 2020, was postponed until 2022. So next year, that Passion play, which many folks view as a bucket list item, as a once in a lifetime item for folks of the Christian faith, will have the opportunity to finish our tour in the Bavarian Alps, which is where Oberammergau is. Then the Passion play happens in 2 parts, 3 hours in the afternoon, and then all attendees get a catered meal, and then 3 hours in the evening. All of the residents of Oberammergau and the surrounding mountain towns participate in this Passion play. It's bigger than life. And so that will be the conclusion of this concert trip. But with startup in Berlin, we work our way down, including Leipzig and Nuremberg, into Switzerland. And it's going to be an exciting trip. So you've all got that itinerary. And then Maurice Schulte, the president of Tour Resource Consultants, and I are working on the itinerary for the Larimer Chorale concert tour. It will be to a warm weather location. So either southern Spain, southern France, or southern Italy. And it will take place over the holiday break from 2022 to 2023. Those of you who went on the Spain trip 6 or 7 years ago, that was a holiday break tour, and we had a blast celebrating New Year's in Logroño, Italy. Excuse me, Logroño, Spain. Where was I? So this is going to be an exciting trip. We'll perform the music that we will have just performed on our own Christmas concerts, and so you'll be ready to go. You'll just have to be ready to leave right after Christmas. So we'll have that itinerary for you just as soon as we can. So that's the update on travel. Anything else? All right, folks. Thank you all so much. So good to see you all. Feel free to unmute yourself and stay on and chit chat if you like. I'll leave the meeting open, and you don't have to disappear right away if you don't want to. If you got someone that you want to send a a public message to. I'm gonna stop the recording now, and so you can chit chat with each other to your heart's delight. Okay.